Hey, I'm Matt with 731 Woodworks. Today I want to talk to you about my top 5 picks for woodworking tools under $25. Let's get started. Hey, if you're new here, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button. I'd appreciate that. When you subscribe, if you'll hit the bell icon next to it, you'll get notified when there's new content. Hey, don't forget to check the description below. I put links to all these products as well as other information down there for you. So number 5 top tools for woodworking is clamps. You can't do woodworking without clamps. I've tried it. It's very difficult. You can, but it's tough. A lot of these clamps, if you're looking for a lot of clamps, you'll see that they're extremely expensive. However, these are Irwin brand, I-R-W-I-N, Irwin brand. There's a link below. So this is a 36-inch clamp. This is a great size clamp. They're $15, give or take, each. So you can actually get one of these for $15 and just buy them as you can. Also, this Bessie brand, Bessie makes some great clamps. These are F-style clamps, same as that. These are about $10 or $12. This is a 12-inch clamp. These are really nice clamps. They're heavy duty. They don't bend easily. I like these clamps a lot. Also, these quick clamps are very useful just to hold stuff together. You know, while you're using them, you can just ratchet them down and hold stuff where you need it, where you can get a screw while the glue sets or anything like that. These are very useful clamps. Of course, you can also get these bar style clamps. These are Harbor Freight. I got this at Harbor Freight. They're about $15 a piece. These are 60-inch clamps. They're flimsy, but I saw on YouTube, if you'll Google Harbor Freight F-style clamp hack, I think is what it is. He puts a piece of wood in here. He rips a piece of wood strip, puts in there, and makes them extremely strong. But for gluing up flags and things, if you'll check, I put a card up above on the flag I recently built. I use this style clamp, and it worked really well. If you've been woodworking any amount of time at all, you know it's important to get everything square and level and right. So having a square is paramount to building a nice piece. So I highly recommend a Swanson Speed Square. These are one of my favorite squares ever. I've got 2 of these. I use these every time I woodwork. I love these squares. They have that lip on the edge so that it helps square everything up when you put it on against your stock. I can't say enough about it. It's got degrees on there, so if you need to mark 10 degrees, 20 degrees, whatever, 45, it automatically has a 45 there. These are absolutely awesome squares. They're very durable. I think they're made out of aluminum. I love these squares. I can't say enough about them. I bought all this with my own money, so I'm not sponsored in any way. These are awesome squares, and they're very inexpensive at about $10. Combination square, you gotta have a combination square. They can get these in all sizes. This is a 6-inch. You can get them in 12, I think even 24. They go up. Check the links down below for links to several different brands of these. Like Irwin, Empire, several brands make these. So you loosen the screw here and you move it to your desired wherever mark you want. So if you're needing the 3 inches and you want to consistently do that, you just move it to 3 inches. You'll tighten that up, and then when you set it on a piece of stock, you can actually mark here. So you take that piece of stock and you can actually draw a line across there by holding your marking tool with at the very end of your tape, and just move it across and you'll make a square line like that. These are handy for many different reasons, but like if you're setting the depth of things, your table saw blade, you could set the depth of how far you want your tabletop to stick over, you checking that for square. Very useful tool. If you want to square up bigger projects, when you're squaring up your tables and stuff, a framing square, a nice framing square. These are very inexpensive as well. $10 or $15 gets you a nice framing square. They're usually about an 1/8 inch thick, so they're really nice. This is a Stanley. I dropped links below to different brands, but this is a nice square. It's just all around good to have a big square, so that if you're having longer projects, if you had a table frame, and you want to make sure everything's square, using a small square like this is okay, but you can check square better if you got a bigger square to do it with. So I'll recommend having a framing square. You gotta know how big to make everything or small to make everything. Everybody needs a tape measure. My top tape measure that I wouldn't do without is a Stanley. I've always used Stanley. I've been in construction and woodworking now for a long time. Woodworking for about a year, but before that I worked construction for several years. Stanley, in my book, is top of the line. They're very inexpensive. I think this one's about $8 for a 16 foot. I think a 16 foot in a wood shop is perfect because I'm not building anything over that. And it makes it lightweight. A 25 footer or a 30 foot tape is a lot more heavy. If you just clip them to your side all day, it tends to just pull on you. I really prefer the 16 foot. Of course, you can get any length you want. Airplane. But I find the Stanley tape measures to be some of the best. They're some of the most durable. The only thing is, if you drop them and they land like that on concrete, it's going to bend that hook there, and that's going to cause you some measuring problems. That's any tape measure. But I really prefer Stanley's, but you know, I'm putting links down below to different brands. DeWalt makes some good ones too. I've looked at those as well. Milwaukee, you want to be if you're a Milwaukee person. Also a fast cap flat back tape at about $12 or so. I believe this one's a 16 foot also. But the cool thing about the flat back, you can't extend it out, but when you lay it on your stock, when you're making your marks, it's laying flat back. So it's laying flat, so you're able to actually get a more accurate mark. You're able to get a more accurate mark versus a traditional tape measure that's curved, and you have to roll this to one side or the other to actually mark. Wood glue. You gotta have wood glue, right? I buy it by the gallon. That's a Titebond 2. That's the one I prefer. Don't really know why. I just like it. It works great. And so I buy it by the gallon. And I pour it in smaller. This is a Titebond 3, which I used up, and now I'm just refilling it with Titebond 2 every time. I pour in these smaller bottles it's more convenient to use that way. But this is what I use, is Titebond 2 and 3. I've also got some Gorilla Glue, wood glue. It was given to me as a gift by my daughter. This works great too. I don't have any issues with any of it. There's Elmer's makes wood glue. Several different manufacturers make wood glue. Check the description below for links to all these various wood glues. I buy it by the gallon because it's more economical to buy it that way. If you're just using this occasionally, like on the weekends, or maybe you build one project a month, one project every couple of months, something like this is fine. But if you're building projects every week, then buying by the gallon is going to save you a little bit of money. This is about $20 a gallon, and these are about $10 or $12. About $7. I think the smaller ones are about $8. So if you're buying the $8 versus a gallon, obviously you're going to get more bang for the buck if you're buying it by the gallon. Last but certainly not least, you got to protect those eyes, right? You only get 2 of these, most of us. So please, 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 please. These are so inexpensive. $1 or $2 for a very cheap. This is 3M brand. I think I gave $2 for them at Sherwin-Williams. DeWalt makes some really cool ones. I'm fixing to order a pair for about $6. All these tools are under $25. For $6, for $2, for $15, for $20. What's your eyes worth? So if you don't have safety glasses, please, I beg you to get a pair of safety glasses. You can't replace your eyes if you mess them up. So these are so imperative to get. These are comfortable to the 3M brand. I mean, whatever you like. You can buy them in bulk. You can buy, I think, 14 pair off of Amazon for like $15, $16. Makes them just barely over $1 a pair of just clear safety glasses. You can also use goggles, safety goggles. I have a pair of these. Had a pair of these. Oh, the strap just these re-threaded. But you can buy, safety goggles, safety glasses, whatever you prefer. Milwaukee makes some safety glasses. 3M. I think Jackson Safety makes some. There's an innumerable amount of safety glasses. People or manufacturers are making safety glasses. So there's really no excuse for not to have these. If you're at Home Depot or Lowe's or your local hardware store, your paint store, and you see a pair, pick it up. It's the best money you'll ever spend, and you're not going to spend much of it at $3 or $4 a pair. So you can chunk these around. You don't have to worry about them getting scratched up. You just get you another pair, but always have a pair of safety glasses because, like I said before, you cannot replace your eyes. If you're using a saw and it throws a chunk of wood in your eye, and it damages your eye permanently, then that eye's messed up permanently. I mean, you can't fix it. Or you're just going to incur tons of medical bills trying to get that fixed. Or if you're using the table saw, or if you're using a brad nailer and something kicks back, you don't want to get it, or if you're hammering nails and the nail flies up and hits you in the eye, come on, get these safety glasses. They're cheap, but they'll save your eyes. Don't forget to check that description down below for links to all these tools and more. Hey, I'd like to know what your top woodworking tool is under $25. Please drop a comment and maybe even a link below.